Visibly angry and emotional, U.S. President Joe Biden condemned the attacks by Hamas. He described the atrocities as, quote, sheer evil, and said Washington is rushing more military equipment to the region. The U.S. is Israel's closest ally, and Biden also warned other nations to stay out of the conflict.
We're going to continue to stand united, supporting the people of Israel who are suffering unspeakable losses and opposing the hatred and violence of terrorism. We're surging additional military assistance, including ammunition and interceptors, to replenish Iron Dome. We're going to make sure that Israel does not run out of these critical assets to defend its cities and its citizens.
Our correspondent in Washington, Fraser Jackson, with more on Biden's address.
Yeah, so this was the first time we've seen Joe Biden in a couple of days. We hadn't seen him since that speech on Saturday in the immediate aftermath of the rocket attack on southern Israel. He'd actually come under some criticism for being missing for a couple of days out of the public eye. The White House had pushed back on that, saying that he was working very hard and calling with lots of different people. He'd been on dozens of calls with regional allies, European allies, to try to coordinate some kind of response. Now, when we did see him earlier today, it was a very emotional speech. He called the attacks abhorrent and used a lot of vivid imagery and called also the attacks, the thing that stood out to me was he calling them in violation of every human morality code. Now, he likened the attacks to the Islamic State as well, but moved on from that and swiftly moved on to the support of Israel, what the US is offering to Israel. They obviously have sent that aircraft carrier, which is now there in the eastern part of the Mediterranean. They've also, Israel received the first shipment of US arms that they had already purchased. The rest, I'm told, of their orders that are on backlog are being expedited by the Department of Defense. He also sent a message to other regional players in any other country or organization that was looking to maybe take advantage of this moment with one simple word: don't. He repeated that numerous times, and that is obviously what that aircraft carrier and its strike group is there to do, is to act as a deterrent. The other main thing that came out of it for Americans, this speech, was the death toll. We found out that the death toll had gone up from 11 to now 14 Americans confirmed dead in these attacks. And also we got an update on the hostage situation. Up until this point, the White House and the National Security Council weren't really sure how many Americans were caught up in this. And now Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, after the president's speech, confirmed to the press that at least 20 Americans are missing. Now, he didn't say how many of those were taken hostage, but at least 20 at the moment are unaccounted for.